welcome to the live stream of Epic Cardboard Props, the only channel that aims to teach you how to make mind-blowing props using cardboard only, like those ones. I'm Raphael, I'm the owner of this channel, I'm the guy who struggled hours to find ways to find out how to make these things, and today is going to be a Q&A about these props, but you'll have the right, of course, to ask questions about my author tutorials or anything else if you want to, but I would like to make this live stream focus on these props, which is the last one that I've made, the last tutorial that I published on my YouTube channel, which is the pulse rifle, the M41a pulse rifle from Aliens. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the result, and so today I'm going to speak about this one because it was some of the part that I have to make for this one was a little bit challenging, and I thought it would be interesting to talk about them with you. Mostly if you decide to make this one in the future, or maybe you are already making this one at the moment. I don't know, it's possible. I know that some of you started to make this build. But so today I'm going to speak about these props. It's going to be a Q&A, and the way it works, there is a form in the description box below. So if you have questions, the best way to ask your questions is to put your question in the form in the description box below, because in the chats sometimes it's really difficult to find out the questions. So the best way is that. The way it works on a first come first served basis. So go ahead right now, put your questions right away in the form, because sometimes I don't have the time to answer to everyone, because I'm live for an hour and sometimes I have 60 questions, sometimes more than that even. So go ahead and put your question right away in the form. And so, but before diving into this, I'd like to do a shout out to some people in the chat. I can see that there are a lot of people already. That's awesome. I can see Comfort Morty. Hey, how are you doing? KB. I can see Film Detective, who is asking, T'as contacté Adam? What do you mean? And okay, Bilal Anas, hello, Bilal Anas, Leo PC, Gabi Kamal 008. Hi Hassan B, Paula Rodriguez, Comfort Mortrezi, Arash Sharer, okay, Leo PC. Hi everyone. I can see that there are a lot of people already. That's really great. And so if it's the first time that you are on my YouTube channel, or if it's the first time that you are on my live stream, I think you can understand that, you can hear that English is not my first language, so bear with me. Sometimes I will have to repeat myself. Sometimes you won't understand maybe something that I would have said. So don't hesitate to say me in the chat if I see that. I try to repeat myself and the words that I've just told, and in a way that that will be more understandable. But yeah, because I'm French, by the way. I live in UK, I live in London, but I'm French. I've been in Paris for 15 years before that, and I grew up in Switzerland, which is a French country too. There is many language in Switzerland, but I grew up in the French part of the Switzerland, and after that I was in Paris for 15 years. So and I struggle with my English because I keep working a lot in Paris right now, and so I don't speak as much as I would want in English, unfortunately. So that's great. Maximum Max is there. Cool Stop Motion Pix is there too. That's great. Savage, hey Savage, how are you doing? Glad to see you here again. Miguel Ramos, Ruben Game. And by the way, if you are new here on my YouTube channel, and if you've been there for a few days, and maybe you are the first time, it's the first time that you are on my live stream, just put an hashtag new in the chat. I used to do that usually in my live stream, just to know who is new, who is old. So hashtag new if you are new, hashtag old if you are old, and or hashtag very old if you are very old. On my YouTube channel, and so don't hesitate to put this hashtag just to know who is new and who is not. And okay, so I can see that Savage is old, but I already knew that because he is always around here when I'm live. It's so great to see you each time that I'm going live. That's really great. Okay, hey, Conform Motezi. Okay, old, very old, Charles. Yeah, Charles, you are very old. Charles is a French guy. He's awesome. Okay, Savage, but you are all awesome. I just think about him because I speak a lot. I have spoken with him a lot in Instagram. Okay, Jem Munoz. Hey, yeah, you are old too. I know that. And okay, new. But that's great to see some new people too. I can see that Vader Plays is new. That's great to see you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy the stuff that you see over here. Okay, Valentine Santana, hello. Okay, that's great. So today I'm going to talk about this prop, which is the Pulse Rifle from Alien. It's going to be a Q&A about these props, but if you have questions, you can ask your questions. If you have questions about other tutorials that I've made than this one, you can also ask them. I'm always there to answer all of your questions, but the topic of today's live stream is going to be the Pulse Rifle from Alien. And but the first part is going to be, I'm going to speak about the challenging part that I have to go through, and after that we'll do the Q&A. So yeah, I think we can start directly with this. So the first part that I have to do, and I have to do that for pretty much all of my props, is making the structure of it. And for this one, actually, the structure is quite simple. I was pretty happy to do that kind of tutorial for you because the structure is really simple. Actually, you just have to glue layers of cardboard on top of each other, for 3 elements, and you glue after that the elements together, and you have the main structure. The main structure is done after that. When you do that, and it's really simple. You just have to cut the cardboard, the pieces from my template, which is it's not really easy, but it's not really hard to do. And after that, you glue the elements on top of each other, following the number order, and you have the main structure here. So that's pretty cool, because when you have the main structure, you have the half of the build already that is done. So it's pretty great. It's cool. And so yeah, so the first part is to do the main structure here, and I think I wasn't really sure about some part after that, because the step that I have to go through after that was a little bit more complicated, like the barrel here. Sorry, I have my cats always in the surrounding. Okay, I have the barrel here, which is, I wasn't sure how to make it, because of course I just, I could just, roll a piece of cardboard and, put the piece of cardboard on all the way through till the tips here. But, I wanted to have a perfect tube at the tips, not to have, because if I've just, rounded a piece of cardboard, very quickly, you'll have, all the imperfection of the cardboard, like the corrugation, everything, and it wouldn't have been a perfect tube, which is a little bit annoying, because it's a rifle, so it's an important thing for the rifle. So I make the first part of the barrel by rolling a piece of cardboard, and for the tips I made another pieces with several thin layers of cardboard that I glued on top of each other to make a thick tube, really round, really perfect, but you can see in the tutorials. But of course it was a kind of tricky part because I didn't know how to do that. And I think the other part that was really challenging with this one was the forehand here, that part, because I wanted to be able to do a pump action with it, because I think it's cool. Even if I'm not trying to make working toys, I'm more about doing replica. They have not to be working all the time. Is not the goal for the channel. But I wanted for this one to make a pump action that works, because I think I feel that it was really important for this one to do that anyway. So it was challenging because I didn't know. At the first time, in the first place, I thought about making that part with magnets, magnets on each side, and put a magnet here and here, that way I'll be. But it was not a good idea, and maybe a little bit too tricky and too complicated to do. And actually, the way I found was a really easier. So I'm happy with I just put two walls of cardboard through the rifle. I glue both of this side on the tips, and you know, just by the friction that you have between the walls and the part here, it's enough, you know, to keep the forehand put in place, if that makes sense in English. Sorry. So yeah, so that was a really challenging part to do. And so that part. And the other challenging part, I think, was the middle side, the middle thing, you know, this part here, because even if it sounds quite simple to do, I wasn't sure that the result would be cool, because it's not straight, you know, you have kind of angle on both sides and it has to be symmetrical. So yeah, it was I have some doubts about how to make it, but yeah, finally it was really actually it was simple to do, actually, I thought. But no, I think the other part that was quite hard to know how I would do it. Sorry, I have to reformulate that I think was the magazine. The magazine was another part that was quite challenging for me, because you know, I wanted to be able to put a magazine into it, and I wanted, you know, that the magazine stay put when it's inside, which can be, you know, for this part I thought as well to put some magnets, you know, on the deep inside here, you know, to keep the thing here. But I found out that just by the friction that you have between the magazine and the module, the element here, it was enough, you know, to do that. And if you do the rifle, and you know, maybe maybe you have something a little bit different, because it's always really difficult to do something really exactly as I did, because when you cut them, it's always be slightly different. And for this part, maybe, you know, maybe the magazine, your magazine, maybe won't stay put in it. So if it happens, you just have, you know, to put some tape inside, just to figure to reduce the hole, you know, to put some tapes inside. You can't see that after that, so it's not a problem, and that way it will stay. Actually, I did that because mine was a little bit, because I put go in and go out a lot for recording my tutorials, everything. So at the end, it started not really to not stay stay put all the time. So I put some tape in it. But yeah, it's enough. And if it's too thick, you just have, you know, to flatten a little bit the magazine with your finger. Just, you know, it's cardboard, so you just have, you know, to put some pressure in this, and after that, you know, it's going to be okay. So yeah, so that's pretty it. I feel weird to keep that thing on my hand like a gun. You know, it's real. It's not a real gun, but you know, it feels like it's a real gun, because it's a life-size one. So, and I'm really happy, because I really love aliens, and I love all the characters in this movies and in this movie, and yeah, and this props is a really important one. So in this movie, so yeah, I'm really happy with it. So yeah, so if you have questions about these props, if you are wondering if you are able to do it, if maybe you're not sure about the specific steps, and you have an interrogation about something, or if you are making it at the moment and you have interrogations, put your questions in the form in the description box below. Put your question in the form in the description box below, and I try to answer all of them right now. But before that, I'll just have a look on the chat to see is everything is okay. And okay, hey Luis, how are you doing? Glad to see you here. How many pencil did you use? A lot for this one. Yeah, it's because you know me, guys. I don't paint my props because cardboard is a bad material when it comes to that part. Painting them is not really a good thing with cardboard. And actually, it's not the point. I think you have to see with that kind of build, you have to see that it's made out to a certain extent. You have to see that it's made out of cardboard at the end of the day, because otherwise you would lose the wow effect. You will see a bad replica in some way, because cardboard is never perfect. So if you can't see that it's made out of cardboard at the end, sometimes you would say something like, yeah, it's great, but Odin made it better. You know what I mean? Because foam and other materials are better to do that kind of stuff. But of course, it's not the same kind of work too. So it's not for everyone. So and I won't make things for everyone. So it's not the same thing. So that's why I don't paint my props. But for some part like this one, precisely, I use a pencil just to darken some elements to make the difference between the pieces. And I to be honest, I was really I did that in a strong way with this part because it's almost a kind of painting at the end. So it looks like a little bit like a painting, and it wasn't really the purpose here. So yeah, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm happy with it. But yeah, to do that, I use a lot of pencil because all these parts, I darken them with pencils. So not a lot, but I think I use 2 complete pencils. I think because each on the you have to sharpen the tip of your pencil, I don't know, it's basic, but I don't know the name in English. So yes, I use I think 2 entire pencil to darken all of this. So yeah, it's a little bit time consuming to do, but if you want to paint it, you can do that actually. I just, because my level of requirements for that props is quite high, I don't want to to paint it and to have a bad replica at the end, because otherwise it will be just easier to make the same build with foam and to have a really perfect replica at the end, and it's not what I'm doing here. So I don't paint them, but if you want to paint them, you can. And actually, if you want to paint them, the best way will be to make several layers of painting instead of one. And before even to do the first layer of painting, the best way will be to do a primer before the painting, and that way you have quite a good result. But as I said, for me it's never perfect from cardboard when you paint it. Okay, so yeah, the cat. Jimmy Munoz say, yeah, the cat. There are a lot of cats here. 4 cats. I have 4 cats, guys. That's crazy. Yeah, the cat. Shlami Azari. Okay, so I'm going to have a look on the questions in the reference, in the forms, in the description box below. So don't forget, if you have questions, put them in the form in the description box below. And I'm going to already 20 questions. That's great. So put your question right now if you want, because the way it works on the first first come first saved basis. So yeah, go ahead right away to put your questions in the form. Okay, so the first question is from Cool Stop Motion Pics. Who made the space shuttle. He made the space shuttle from my YouTube channel. That's great. By the way, if you made one of my tutorials, don't hesitate to send me your pictures if you want to. Pictures of them on my Instagram. I love seeing the stuff that you're doing from my tutorials. It's my rewarding. It's my rewards. And so yeah, so he asks, how do you calculate the separation between the three gates? I guess you speak about the space shuttle. How do you calculate the separation between the 3 gates? The 3 gates. I think you mean the tank and the boosters. I don't understand what you mean. I think you have the gates. It's maybe you speak about the nozzles on the bottom. I don't know what you are talking about when you by gates. Sorry, I think you have to ask them again. Maybe send me that in the chat right now, and maybe try to define define that a little bit in the chat right now. Cool Pop, yes. Yes, what? Cool Stop Motion speaks. Yes, it's the nozzles on the bottom, or okay, so okay, so let me know in the chat, and I'll try to go back later in the chat to see what you are asking, if you can define that a little bit. So yeah, so I'm going to answer the next question, which is from... I'm going to drink a little bit. I'm already thirsty. The separation in the ceiling of the orbiter. Yeah, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think you. Yeah. I don't have. I I wasn't accurate with that. I think you can do pretty much what you want. You just, you know, to have something like 5 millimeters, maybe 7 millimeters, something like that. But yeah, it's not. You don't have to be accurate with that. So there is no point to discussion, because you don't have to be. You do that pretty much as you can see in the tutorials. There is no. I didn't define the measurements for that because there is no need. Okay. So the next question is from Chaos God, who made the Iron Man helmets. That's great. And he asked, would you recommend being a cameraman? Yeah, if you want to, you can. Actually, I'm not. Yeah, I'm a kind of cameraman. My full-time job is Steadicam operator, which is a kind of cameraman, but it's a really specific cameraman. It's pretty rare that I work as a simple cameraman. I know it's a kind of pejorative word, but it's not simple, évidemment. It's not simple to be a cameraman, but because I work with a Steadicam, which is a big machine that I have on my back, and it's a kind of, you have to learn how to walk with this. It's a really tricky thing to be smooth and everything. It's not like it's a really, you have to, the first time that you put a Steadicam on your back, you're not able to work with it. Period. So it's really tricky. You have to learn again how to work, how to run, how to to do everything that you do when you stand on your feet without the machine. You have to learn everything again with the machine on your back, because everything is different, and so it's a really tricky thing to do with Steadicam. So it's not the same thing, but if you want to be a cameraman, it's a great job too. I haven't been a cameraman a lot. It was quite rare actually, because I'm a Steadicam operator. But yeah, it's cool. It's a nice job. I don't know what to say about it, but yeah, it's a nice job. I think you have to try maybe. And so the next question is from Savage. I love your name, Savage. Maybe because of the Adam Savage. I don't know if you know him. Adam Savage is a great props maker in the film industry who now work a lot on YouTube. He has a really great YouTube channel who is named Adam Savage Tested. He has two YouTube channels actually, Tested and Adam Savage, I think. And so Savage is asked, have you chosen your mods? What do you mean your mods? I don't do mods. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've chose one. I choose some of them, but I'm still looking for mods. So, by the way, if you want to be a moderator of this channel, because I'm running out, I think, for example, today there is no mods here, so because I can see that some people are spamming already. Don't do that. Actually, by the way, if you spam, it's not a good idea, because if moderator comes here, and otherwise I'll do that myself, you'll be put in timeout for a little bit. So yeah, if you want to be a moderator, you can apply to be a moderator in the form in the description below. There is another form in the description box below to apply to be a moderator of this channel. You have to answer to the questions, put some effort into it, because I tend not to take moderator that just answer to the question with 2 words, because I feel like they are not really they doesn't feel involved on what I'm doing here, because they put 3 words, or so try to really answer to these questions, and yeah, maybe you'll be one of my moderators. But it's a tricky thing to find good moderator, because it's a job. It's not, even if you are great, if you are a big fan of what I'm doing here, sometimes it's not for you, because I need people sometimes with not always experiences, but it's a thing to be a moderator. So my cat is always here. I think he's angry. Maybe it's because of that. His name is Mrs. He's annoying. Okay, so if you want to be a moderator of this channel, there is a form in the description box below. Don't hesitate to try, to apply for it. Maybe you'll be a moderator of this channel. So the next question is from Hillblood. High Blood. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm murdering your names. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, so it haven't made one of my tutorials yet, he said, and he asked, have you ever thought of making a mega project like for reaching 100,000 subscribers? Not really, because I feel like all the projects that I do for this channel are in some way mega projects, because they take weeks, because I have to do everything from scratch, guys. You know, of course for you it should be way faster because you have the templates and you have my tutorials, but when I decide to make one of these props, I don't have I have nothing. You know, I don't use templates from someone else. I don't use another tutorials on YouTube. I do everything from scratch by myself. I make my own templates. I make everything from scratch. So everything is long. Sometimes I spend hours just thinking about how to make part of it. You know, like for example, the pump action, the forehand of the pulse rifle. I think just thinking about how I would be able to make this part. I spent maybe 1 hour and a half for this one because it was a tricky one. So, but just just thinking about how to do it. So yeah. So it takes a lot of time for me to make those things. So I feel like they're all quite mega things. So, and if I try to make something bigger, I won't be able to publish on my channel for months. So it's not the goal. I'm already struggling to publish once a month. Ideally, I would want to publish twice a month, but it's not a success for now. For now, it's more like once a month. And for this one, I was running late. I made because I have a couple of things in my personal life, so I wasn't able to publish that right just a month after the previous one. It was a little bit like something like 1 month and 1 week, but yeah. So it feels like it's always a mega thing. So if I'm not sure that I'll be able to do that, but maybe if I have some helps in the future, maybe if I have people to help me with these builds, and when I have some people to help me with other parts of this YouTube channel, because at the moment I do everything myself, which is really difficult. I have to do the editing, I have to record it, I have to make the promotion of the videos after that. I have to do everything by myself, and just the editing of the tutorials, most of the time it takes a full week. For this one, it took me an entire week to make the editing for this one. It's crazy. Something like 6 days. So it's really annoying. I have to find an editor, but I don't make a lot of money just yet because I have it takes time to make a living on YouTube. So it's a tricky thing. I have my full-time job, of course, as a Steadicam operator, but it's difficult, to take money from another job to put in another thing. So at the moment, I can't hire someone to do that part of my YouTube channel, which is a little bit annoying. But in the future, when I have people to help me with this stuff, maybe I'll have more time to do bigger things, and so maybe at this time I'll be able to make crazy stuff, maybe when I have 100,000 subscribers. So yeah, we'll see. I'm going to have a look on the chat to see how everything is okay. Okay, so hello Miguel Ramos, how are you doing? Savage, I used to be mod for 5 channels. Great. Have you applied for the form? Apply for the form in the description below. Remind me that you've been mod for 5 channels. Told me the name of these channels too. It will be helpful as well, and I'll see if I can take you or not. Because as I say, it's a tricky thing. I have a lot of people that apply for it, so I can't guarantee you that you'll be a mod, but maybe you could. So don't hesitate to fill the form. Okay, we make the skeleton. So Raja Kana asks, how do you make the skeleton? It's really important. Skeleton of what? Okay, I don't know what you are talking about. Okay. Yeah, Domingo Mo. Domingo Mo asks if I'm editing the video by myself. Yeah, as I said before, I do everything by myself, which is a little bit annoying because editing is not really something that I love to do, and it takes a lot of time. And I'd rather work on a new props, than making editing for a week. And that's my problem at the moment. I make these things, which usually takes me like 2-3 weeks, and after that I have to spend a week working on the editing and stuff like that. So I lose a lot of time because of that. It's annoying, but I can't hire someone now. I have to wait to have the money to hire someone because it's expensive in UK to hire an editor. But by the way, if you want to do that for free and you have some skills with it, I'm more happy to speak with you about it. But yeah, I know it's a big stuff. It's a hard stuff to do. So if you really want to do that for free, I'm not asking you to do that for free. If you want, it's awesome. But of course, I understand if you don't want to do that to make an application to work for free as an editor. But if you want, we can talk about it. And when I have the money to pay you to give you a salary, of course I'll do. But yeah. Okay. I use Premiere Pro Savage for my editing. Yeah, Premiere Pro. I use the all the suite Adobe for everything. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going back to the question form in the description box below. So don't forget that there is a form in the description box below to ask your questions, because in the chat it's really difficult to find out your questions. Love your channel, Tramil, Camry, Sesam. Said thank you. That's really nice. Okay. And so the next question is from. I have to answer the question because I have a lot of questions already. So the next question is from. It doesn't have a channel, so it doesn't have a name. So sorry, but his question is, what feature does the Pulse rifle have? He has the pump actions here, and you can remove the magazine and we put the magazine into it like this. It's basically it. And if you want to, you can make several magazines, to make, I don't know, to put some magazine on the stand with it to make some things, look like you're ready to go to the war or something. And so yeah, that's basically it. But it can shoot, but it's not the point, because some people asked me on the comments if does it shoot, and it doesn't. But it's not the point. I don't make toys on this channel. I make replica. There are several great channels that makes toys from cardboard, guns that shoot and everything, but it's not the same thing, because if I have to make a gun like this that shoot, I would have to spend maybe 2 weeks more working on this because of this thing. I can't do that. It's not the goal. The goal is to make a perfect, really great replica from cardboard, not making toys. And sometimes when I can, make a pump action that works like this, or the magazine, I'll do. But if it's, make it shoot, it will be a really difficult work to do. So it's not the point here. So I don't do that kind of stuff of my channel, but maybe in the future that will change. I don't know. Okay, so the next question is from Skaten, who made the lightsaber. I think the Kylo Ren lightsaber you made, so that's great. By the way, if you have made one of my tutorials, don't hesitate to send me pictures of them on my Instagram. I love seeing your stuff that you made from my tutorials. So feel free to do that if you want to. His question, he asks, how long does it take to make a cardboard prop? It depends on which one, because of course some of them are longer than others to make. For example, I don't have the really long one here today, but for example, the Millennium Falcon was really long to make because of the amount of details. Actually, the more you have details to do, the longer it's going to be to do it, because the details, they are small, okay, but you have to do every single of them. You know what I mean? Every single of them is a step. Every single have is going to take you something like 15 minutes, and on the mini Ultracom, maybe I have, I don't know, 500 details, even I think even more than that. So it took me days, even weeks to make just I think just the details took me something like a week. But if you don't have a lot of details like this one, it can be quite fast actually. You know, this one you just have the skeleton, and to do as accurate as you can. If you do the skeleton for this one as accurate as you can, after that the rest is a piece of cake. You just have to apply the pieces on these and to do that stuff. Of course, these parts are going to be a little bit more tricky, but if you follow the steps on the tutorials and you know you are committed to do that, to do them, you'll be okay. But yeah, because you don't have a lot of details to do, you know, it's quite simple. On the other hand, for example, this one is another one. Maybe there aren't a lot of details to do on this one. It feels like there isn't a lot of details, but actually there are a lot of details, because all of the shape, all of the different shape that you have, you know, the hair, the eyebrow, and you know, the cheeks here and everything, all the shape are a detail by itself, because you have to define all these shapes singularly, if that makes sense. So yes, it's just a matter of details. I realized that by doing those props, that the details were the really the most time-consuming thing to do with these props. So yeah, I think that's basic. So it's usually for the very detailed ones, it can take something like a month, maybe a month and a half. For the mini Falcon, I think it took me something like 2 months, but it was the first prop that I made. So I think if I have to make it again, it will take something like a month, maybe a month and a week. And the quick ones, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But of course, as I said before, it's because I do everything from scratch. I don't have tutorials. I don't have the templates that I provide for my tutorials, because I do everything. I do the templates myself. So for me, it's always long, of course. But for you, it should be way faster, because you have the tutorials and you have the templates that I provide. But I have to define everything. So for me, it's a matter of weeks. But for you, if you are a little bit used to do that kind of stuff, it might take something like a week, even less than that. So I've seen some people on my Instagram that did this one, for example, really, really well. Actually, someone sent me pictures of the Caravan helmet. He made it in 3 days. He made a really great stuff. I think I was so astonished that he did such a great work in 3 days. But because he had the tutorials and the templates, he just has to print everything, to cut all the pieces. He did that in 1 day, and after that he glue everything together. It's difficult for me to realize how easy it is for you when you do that stuff, because you have the templates. But of course, if it's your first build, it's not the same deal, because working with cardboard sometimes can be a little bit tricky. Cardboard is not, you have to know how works cardboard. You have to know how to use the corrugations and everything. So if it's your first build, it can be a little bit tricky. So the next question is from Charles Boutin, who asks, Charles Boutin made the Arc Creator and the Stormbreaker. He made the Arc Creator, the Stormbreaker, the Arc Reactor, the Stormbreaker, and the Space Shuttle. That's impressive. And he asks, which prop do you want to make you haven't done yet, and will there be a tutorial on the pistol you made? Awesome job, you continue comme ça. Thank you. He's French, by the way. He said at the end, keep going like this, and keep working like this. And so thank you, that's nice. And actually, yes, there are some props that I want to make, and I haven't made them yet, because it's, I have to grow a YouTube channel, so it's always a matter of choice. I can't do everything. I have to make choice. I have to make the right choice for you, I have to choose a prop that I know that you're going to enjoy. And this props has to be a thing that I enjoy too, because I'm going to work 2 weeks, 3 weeks on this. So if I don't like it, it's going to be difficult for me. And it has to be good for my YouTube channel in every way. So if it's not trending, it can be tricky. If it's, for example, I want to make the DeLorean, the Back to the Future car from the car from the Back to the Future, and I want to make it almost since the beginning of this channel. By the way, it's even on my generic at the beginning of my YouTube channel. It's the only one that I haven't made from this generic yet, but it's a tricky one. It's a difficult one because there is details, and some people have made it really well from cardboard. So I'm under pressure to make it, as good as they did. So yeah, this one, for example, is one of the one that I haven't made yet, and I tried to find the right moment to make it. And yeah, there are some of them like this. I want to make, for example, the helmet from RoboCop, the first one, but it's not trending at all at the moment. If I do that, I'm pretty sure that it will tank. the tutorial would tank. So yeah, and that's why at the moment I'm focused on aliens, props, and predators things, because even if it's not really trending, my best performing videos on my YouTube channel are the Xenomorph head and the Predator helmet at the moment. So I know that a lot of you came from these videos, so that's why I made this one, you know what I mean? Because I know that you're going to enjoy it, and so it depends. Sometimes I have to do that kind of stuff too. But I love aliens too, so that's great. I'm lucky because it's one of my best movies, the best movie that I really love when I was a child. Okay, so the next question is from, sorry, I'm really long to answer your question. I have to answer quicker your question, I think, otherwise I won't be able to answer to everyone. So the next question is from I don't have a channel, so it doesn't have a name. I don't have a name to provide to you guys. So his question is, are you planning of making the time machine from Back to the Future? Yes. I've just answered to this question. So the next question is from Cool Stop Motion Pics, who asks, can I make another props with the rest of the cardboard that I used on the last project? Of course, I do that all the time. I think that's the reason I'm able to do all of this stuff with so little of cardboard, because I don't use that much of cardboard. Actually, I just save the ones that I receive from my monthly deliveries, and it's not that much. I just try to save the big piece. If I cut a piece to make something, if it's a piece that I have after that, and if the piece that I have left after that, I keep it on a box or something, and I use it for another props after that. Of course, I advise to do that. It's the best way to make these things. Otherwise, you will run out of cardboard for sure to make these things. So the next question is from Jem Munoz, who says that he is working on the Infinity Gauntlet. That's awesome. And he asks, what are going to be your next props? I knew that I'll have this question. The problem is that I'm not sure yet. I have, of course, I have a lot of stuff on my to-do list, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. So I can say I have a couple of, I think about, maybe, because I know that aliens and Predator as big stuff are really trending on my YouTube channel at the moment. I think about maybe doing a facehugger from aliens, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So it's not. I can't. Actually, I think I wouldn't have to say that because it's really not sure. But we'll see. I have to take a decision really quickly because I'm starting working on the next one tomorrow. So right after this live stream, I'll have to figure out which one is going to be the next tutorial. And maybe if you want to know, maybe by the way, if you want to know the things, if you want to know more about the stuff that I do in a daily basis, I've just started to do a Patreon page, a brand new Patreon page, and on this Patreon page, I'm going to publish almost daily, the things that I'm working on, with little videos, short videos about, quick tutorial videos about the things that I do, the techniques I use, and a lot of this stuff on my Patreon page. So if you want to see more of the stuff that I do, if you want to see to watch quick video tutorials about the techniques I use, or private live stream, because I'm going to do a private live stream on this on my Patreon page, and it's going to be live stream while I'm working on my stuff. It's really simple. There won't be all the lights and everything. It's going to be really simple. While I'm working on my stuff, there will be a camera on me. I will talk with you. It's going to be a private live stream, and you'll be able to ask me the question about the stuff that I'm working on. So don't hesitate to have a look on that. On my, I think you can find the Patreon page on this description box below, but you find my Patreon page below all the tutorial videos on my YouTube channel. So don't hesitate to have a look on this if you want to see more stuff about it. So the question of Eddie, the next question is from Eddie Virling, who asks, please do Captain America's shield from Infinity War. I get that question a lot. A lot of people want me to make this one. I think I'll probably do it eventually. It's on my to-do list, but because I know that I had to make it movable, because I think it's a big part of it. If it's not retractable, the part in the middle, I think it's going to be something. I have to find a way to do that retractable, so it's a tricky one. But I think I'll do it eventually. The next question is from Warrior, who asks. Sorry, I have to drink a little bit. Oh, sorry. Warrior, you asked a question in Spanish. And sorry, but I don't speak Spanish. I know that I answer Spanish comments in my tutorials, but I use Google Translation to do that. I can't do Google Translation right now during I'm live, so you have to put your question in English in the chat. So sorry, Warrior, but you have to put again your question in English. So the next question is from Krishna Paul, who made the Iron Man mask. And he asked, will you please make Captain America come that shield? Yeah, I already answered that question just before. The next question is from La Lego. Great to see your questions here, La Lego. Oh, sorry, I'm always murdering your name, I think. La Lego. I think it's the best way the correct way to say your name. So he asks, if you didn't start your new project yet, then you should make the DMC DeLorean, because there is a blueprint of it in your intro. Yeah, I know. As I said before, I know it's the only one from the blueprints that I have on my on the generic of all my tutorials that I haven't made yet. And it's one of my favorite actually. I love Back to the Future, so yeah, it's a shame. So I do it eventually, just a matter of time, but it's a tricky one, so yeah. Be patient, but I'll do it eventually. So, okay, so the next question is from Jimmy Munoz again, who asks, are you gonna do a 5 Nights Freddy props? It will be very cool. Yeah, I've been thinking about it, making this week. Maybe I'll do for Halloween, because I think it's going to be a simple one to do, so I think I'll make this one. Probably for Halloween, and probably in the same, after that, or because it's the same kind of stuff, I'll do as well the clothes from Logan, from the X-Men. So I think I'll do both of them eventually. The next question is from Descent Hermit Animations, who made the Death Star 2. That's great. By the way, as I said, if you want to send me your pictures of the stuff that you did from my tutorials, I love seeing them. So don't hesitate to send pictures of them on my Instagram. He asked first, how are you doing today? I'm fine, thank you. That's nice to ask. Thank you very much. And he asked, second, what type of cardboard is best to use for making props? I think every type of cardboard is good, but you have to pick the right one to make the right piece. And that's why on my templates you have on the top corner left you have the thickness of the cardboard, and if you know the thickness, sometimes I even mention if it's a double corrugated cardboard that you have to use, or if you just can use a single wall cardboard corrugated cardboard. Oh, sorry. But I think you get the point. I mentioned all of this stuff on my templates, and yeah, but I really use any kind of cardboard. I use cardboard without corrugations. I use cardboard with two wall corrugated cardboard. I use a single wall corrugated cardboard. I use really all of it. The only cardboard that I don't use is cardboard that is a little bit, that it's messed up. Like from a pizza box or something, because they are worn and everything. It's not really great to make stuff with this, because it's not great. The cardboard has to be a little not a great shape, but it has to be healthy in a way. But otherwise, I use really any type of cardboard. The next question is from Alex W, who asks, will you make anything Assassin's Creed related with the new game Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Maybe I might make an Assassin's Creed stuff, but it's going to be from the movie, because my channel is focused on movie stuff. I don't do gaming stuff on my channel yet. Maybe I do in the future, but it's not planned for now. So yeah, I think it's not likely, but maybe from the movie one day. The next question is from Domingo Mo. You're working on the pulse rifle? That's great. So Domingo Mo is working on this one, guys. That's awesome. I hope you enjoy making it. And by the way, if you have... no, you're not working, you're asking... Okay, so you want to work on the pulse rifle, and you ask how hard was the pulse rifle? Or maybe you are working on it, but you want to know if it was hard, or if it's going to be hard for you to finish it. The pulse rifle wasn't that hard. I had some couple of challenging parts, like the forehand here, to make it, to make that working, it was a little bit challenging. And the same thing with the magazine, because it's I wanted to know that it stay put when it's inside. And but wasn't that hard actually. I thought it will be when I started, because I've been thinking about making this one for a while before doing it, and before that I thought it would be a little bit too tricky, but actually it wasn't that tricky. It was a little bit time consuming, but not really tricky. So yeah, not that hard, but of course I'm really used to it. So the next question is from Paola Rodriguez. Paola Rodriguez made Predator mask and the Xenomorph head. That's great, awesome. And she asked, why are you so cool? Thank you very much. I don't know. I'm not feeling that I'm cool, but yeah, that's really nice. Thank you. And yeah, that's nice. Thank you very much. So the next question is from Lagelego again, and he asks, when are you making the DMC? Oh, so I already answered this question. I think you put that question twice. Cool stop motion pics ask, can you make Darth Vader's helmet or Robocop head? The Darth Vader helmet is on my to-do list, just because it's a kind of face. I know it's an helmet, but it's a kind of face to a certain extent. So it's really tricky to make that kind of stuff, because you have eyes and everything. And if you do a single mistakes on the symmetry or the proportions, the end result is going to be really weird. So it's a tricky one, but I want to make it because I love this one and it's going to be awesome, and I know that you're going to enjoy it. So it's on my to-do list, just a matter of time. But yeah. So the next question, is from Cool Stop Motion again. Which is your favorite movie? My favorite movie is a Shawshank Redemption. I think I said that in the past, but I have a lot of favorite movies actually. It's not really true to say that because I love science fiction. I love Matrix. I love Predators. I love Aliens. I love a lot of movies. But yeah, so Shawshank Redemption was one of the movies that really touched me in my heart when I was young. So yeah, I watch it a lot. The next question is from Lucas Martinez, who asks, who made the Accelerator, Modular Stormbreaker, Captain Shield, and the Infinity Gauntlet? Whoa, impressive. And okay, and he asks, are you planning on making the time machine from the Back to the Future? So I already answered that question before. So I answered this question. I don't know if you were there before, but I answered this question before in the live stream. So don't hesitate to go back before in the live stream to see this answer. Okay, so the next question is from Hey Cat. This is another of my cats. I have too much cats here. My English is terrible today, sorry. So the next question is from Lucas Martinez, who asks, are you planning to making... Okay, so I already answered that question. The next question is from Arjan 3PT, who made Xenomorph Head. And he asks, can you make full-size alien egg? I really want to make it. Need your help. Maybe I'll do actually. I've been thinking about making a full-size alien egg, and but yeah, I don't know. I still have to think about it. I'm gonna have a look on the chat to see if everything is okay. Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, so don't spam the chat because otherwise it's not a good thing. Coucou, Descent, Termite, Animation, how are you doing? Yeah, there are a lot of people here. There are a lot of people chatting in the chat, talking about a lot of things. That's cool. So yeah, Helen Karja Human, can you make the Dark Vader? Yeah, as I said before, it's on my to-do list. Okay, that's great. So I'm going to answer a few questions from the chat, and after that I'm going to wrap this up. So the next question is from Arm19, who asks, please make Thor's helmet. Yeah, maybe I have to think about it. When you ask something like this, don't, because if you just ask, please make something, a lot of people ask that in the comments, and basically I can do pretty much everything. But as I said before in the live stream, I have to make the right choice. I can't do everything I want. I have to choose the right one to my YouTube channel, so it's going to help my YouTube channel to grow, and the right one for you at this moment in the time, at this right moment, that I know that is going to be something that you're going to enjoy. Sometimes it's going to be, I have to choose something that is trending, like it was a few months ago with Marvel, and it's going to be again trending, of course, so I'm going to do more Marvel things. But yeah, so I can do it, but yeah, as I said, it depends on a lot of things. The next question is from the next question is from Lego Fandom King, who asks, is there any prop you want to build but haven't gotten a chance to yet? Yeah, I already answered this question before in this live stream. There are some of them, there are some of them. And but as I said, I can't do everything I want. I have to, you know, to do the thing that you want to make my channel grow. So it's a tricky part. But yeah, there are some of them, like the DeLorean from the Back to the Future and that kind of stuff. Okay. Okay, so that was great. So I just wanted to let you know that if you want to be a moderator of this live stream, there is a form in the description box below. Don't hesitate to apply to be a moderator of this live stream, because I have some of them, but there are few of them, so I'm really running out of moderators. So if you want to be a moderator, answer to the question of these forms. Maybe you'll be a moderator. Just try not to just put 3 words to the question. Try to formulate sentences. That way, you know, I'll be able to know you better, to know what type of person you are, and you know, because it's important. Moderator is a big responsibility. And also I just want to let you know that if you are interested to see more of the stuff that I'm doing on my YouTube channel, like you know, during my when I'm working on them, because you know, I do these tutorials once a month, but it takes weeks to make them. And I'm starting to I've just started a Patreon page, and on this Patreon page I'm going to make almost daily videos about me making these things, you know, every day, not every day, but almost every day. And you know, just the camera with me, and I will explain some techniques, you know, really basic thing with short videos, tutorials. And it's going to be really simple, but just, you know, to speak about you and everything. And as well, there will be private live stream on this Patreon page. So if you know, it's going to be private live stream while I'm working on this stuff, because it's going to be on Patreon. It's going to be a really close group. Maybe we at the beginning we will be just, you know, 10 or 20, even less than that, maybe 5 or 3. It's not the important part of it. And yeah, so if you want to have access to the private live stream, short quick tutorials, videos, and everything, don't hesitate to have a look on my Patreon page. That is going to be in the description box below. I'm going to put a link in the description box below on my Patreon page. It's not yet on this description box, but you can find my Patreon page on the description box on my author tutorials on my YouTube channel. So yeah, so I just wanted to let you know that, because it's a big stuff for me that I'm starting at the moment. And of course, it's a big thing that I have to have you supporting me on this Patreon page, because there are so much of work, and I want to share more of this stuff with you. So it's a great thing that I'm really happy to start doing this. So yeah, so it was great to speak with you again during this live stream. I'm sorry if I haven't the time to answer to all of your questions. I have answered 31 questions, and I have 22 left. So yeah, it's, you know, and the more I answer, the more I have questions, so I can't answer everyone, unfortunately. But if I haven't answered your questions during this live stream, don't hesitate to put these questions in the comment section below of this live stream. I'll answer them after this live stream, and maybe not right away, but you know, I'll answer all of them eventually. So don't hesitate to put your question in the comment section below. And yeah, it was great to talk with you again, guys. As you know, I go live every week at the same times, 11 Easter time on Wednesday every week. So if you want to see me live again next week, Wednesday, 11 Easter time, I'll be there again. And yeah, so I'm going to say bye to some people in the chat. So Savage, salut, bye Savage. So I'm going to make some shout out to people in the chat before wrap this up. Gabriel Hariela, Jem Munoz was there almost all the way through, I think. That's great. Savage too. Francisco Daff. Okay, Miguel Ramos. Sabine Godard, say bye. Margin, Den Neji, say bye. Cool Stop Motion, bye. The Legend, The Descent Hermit Animation. Okay, so bye everyone. So yeah, so it was great. Francisco Daff, Agent 3PT, say bye. Love your work. Thank you very much. That's really nice. Okay, Descent Hermit, Superior Breaks, bye. Say bye. Luis Orozzo, say bye. It was great to see you here, Luis. You're always on my story, I think. You're always talking, commenting on my stories, and it's awesome to see you. and you have great questions. And so bye Dan Mook, bye Tristan. Okay, so it was awesome to speak with you guys. I hope I'll be able to see you again next week. Don't forget, there is a lot of links in the description box below with a lot of stuff. You have my Patreon page, which is a new thing in which you'll be able to see a lot of short, quick videos about the techniques I use, and I'll be publishing almost daily new stuff while I'm working on these props, because it's difficult, to do that on YouTube. So on Patreon, it's going to be it's going to be only for you, for the members. And so so don't hesitate to check out in the description box below. As well, if you want to buy some of my templates for half of the price, do that with the promo code live in all caps. You can buy them for half of the price. I do that when I'm live, so don't hesitate to check out. And so I hope I'll be able to see you again next time. It was great to speak with you, to talk with all of you today. Each week you are more and more, so it's really great to do that and to see you come back again and again. And so so stay safe, and don't forget, there is something awesome in your cardboard boxes, guys. So see you soon, guys. Bye.